Srimati Geeta Ben Goradia, CEO of Maruti, Shri Siddiqui ji, Shri Tiwari ji, Shri Amit bhai, Shri Janak bhai, Shri Manor bhai, distinguished guests sitting in the audience, Mayor Dr. Jyoti Ben, Dr. Mrunalani Ben Pawar, Srimati Shumangini Raje Gaikwad, my colleague in the Assembly, Shri Jitu bhai, other distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. Some days back, our Honorable Prime Minister had invited all the chief ministers for the NDC meeting to discuss the 12th five-year plan. The 11th five-year plan, the company had anticipated or projected a growth rate of around 9%. But the actual achievement came to 7.9. In the 12th five-year plan, unfortunately, the first year the mood is very pessimistic. And hence, the country has projected, the Planning Commission has projected a growth rate of 8.2%. So in other words, the difference between the 11th and the 12th five-year plan is 0.3%. The first year, the country has not started well. The first 3 quarters, the average is around 5.5%. So to achieve this targeted growth rate of 8.2%, in the next couple of years, the country will have to do better to achieve this target. And hence it is very important for the state of Gujarat, being the growth engine of the nation, to lead the nation in all sectors of the economy. And hence, under the honorable leadership of Shri Narendra Bhai Modi, we have decided that the manufacturing sector will grow at a much faster pace, and the share of the manufacturing sector in the GDP would be around 32%, which would be much higher than what has been targeted in the country. At the same time, we want that agriculture sector should also grow at double digit. Unfortunately, today the country's agriculture growth is around 3.5%. And to have inclusive growth, it is very important that agriculture sector also grows accordingly. And hence all our plan policies, the new schemes which we are going to implement, is going to be such that growth will be possible in the years to come. Today, we are meeting as a part of Vibrant Gujarat Summit. You are all aware that Vibrant Gujarat started in 2003. And over the years, every summit has been better than the other one. Everyone thought that 2011 would be the best. But I can assure you that 2013 would be better than 2011. And we have received, in spite of the elections, in spite of the code of conduct, the government had planned it accordingly, that most of our functions were well placed, well organized. Road shows also had taken place outside the country, all before the election code of conduct came in. So this is possible only in the state of Gujarat. And we are very proud that being member of one of the team members in the Narendra Bhai Modi government. So I was saying that something different. I'll give you a small example. The exhibition. The area of exhibition in 2011 was 25,000 square meters. Now this time it is 4 times, it is 1 lakh square meters. So you can imagine the size. The biggest ever exhibition taken place in the country. It is the size of exhibition taking place in Pragati Maidan. And I understand that Pragati Maidan is around 90,000 square meters. So you can imagine the areas, the focus areas which we have kept, and we expect 1.5 million visitors to come in the exhibition. Starting on the 8th, we have extended the days, starting from the 8th to the 13th. So this is one part of the whole Vibrant Gujarat. Japan, one of the most important states for the country, is again being a partner state along with Canada. We had a lot of countries who wanted to become partner states, but we restricted it to 2 because we wanted to have more focus on these 2 countries. A lot of state governments are also participating by having their own pavilions. The countries are participating for having their own pavilions. This time, one of the most important things is that the Vibrant Gujarat Summit is for 3 days. Usually we used to have for 2 days. But the 3rd day is meant specifically for businessmen to have interaction with government officials. So it is going to be a meeting where people coming from outside the country, outside the state, can have a direct interaction with the state officials if they want to put up investments or would they like to know anything. So this is a planned move which will help the industries also. Another more important thing is this time we have gone more on knowledge based, where universities are going to participate in a big way. Huge quantum of MOUs are going to be signed between foreign universities and state universities, which include private universities. And I think this is very important for the state of Gujarat. One of the reasons why that knowledge is more important in the coming days when so much investments are going to be put in by the industry people. Second issue which we think we are going to concentrate more on this time is small scale industries. We have a basic advantage and we feel that SSI will help us in giving more employment. SSI will help in bringing more competitiveness to the big industries also, and more distribution of income can take place if this segment of the industry grows at a faster rate. And hence, a lot of trade associations have been encouraged, small scale industries have been encouraged, and record participation and a special session on the 12th, especially for small scale industries, being planned. And we expect more than 6,000 participants of the small scale sector to come on this day. So you can imagine the focus area which we are having. There are a lot of focus areas, lot of seminars, lot of new ideas, lot of speakers coming in from different parts of the world. So I understand that it will be better if you go on our website and you will understand which areas would be helpful to you people. But this is done specifically for the people of the state of Gujarat, and industry participation would be helpful to the industry. And everything we have done is on a PPP mode. Participation of the industry along with the government has helped us in the success of this Vibrant. The strengths of Gujarat, as you all are aware, is one is the energy sector. We are surplus in power. Most of the states are in a deficit. Unfortunately, since last couple of years, because of the policies of the central government, no go area, no go area, and all environment issues, fuel area, fuel problems, not a single unit has, I would rather say, have started generating power. All the units which were in existence or already started in expansion, or were in midway, they are going ahead. But no financial closures have taken place in last 1.5 years. So this gap is going to cost us very dear in the years to come. Energy sector cannot have a gap of such a big gap. And unfortunately, not a single unit is on a drawing board because no one knows what's going to happen. Either they don't have coal, either they don't have gas, either they don't have environment clearance. People who have environment clearance don't have fuel tie-up, and hence bankers are not ready to finance these units. So our strength is going to be for the next 5 to 7 years or maybe 10 years, energy sector is going to be our biggest strength in the country. Our competitiveness is because units outside they don't run for 24 hours. And units who don't run for 24 hours cannot be competitive. Second, we supply 24 hours power to the rural sector, and hence the labor is cheaper in the rural sector comparatively. Industry can have the job work done in the rural sector at a much better rate than in the cities, and this will help the industry in the longer run. So this is one of the main strengths. Second, as you all aware, labor is also one of our important strengths. Land bank is an issue all over the country, and hence the government of Gujarat has started industrial parks on a private basis, and last year we approved a number of them, and this will help the private people to put up their own industrial assets in a massive scale, and this will help resolve the issues of land. Not only the promotion of industrial assets are taking place, but government of Gujarat is helping them in building up infrastructure in this estates. So that is also one of the issues which we are tied up. Another issue is going to be water, and hence we are starting, or rather started, one of the biggest desalination plants in the country in Dahej. And this will be repeated in number of areas on the Saurashtra coastline in the years to come. So we have taken a lead, and this lead will help us, the state of Gujarat, the industries of Gujarat, to be more competitive than the other states. Another issue which we think will be of prime importance, and the Department of Labor and Employment has been handed over to me. What we feel that we have to do in the years to come, especially in this region of Vadodara, where so many industrialists are present today, the deficit which we have as far as the requirement of manpower is concerned, it is the responsibility of the industry as well as the government to sit together and find a solution. And the solution is there. We are ready to build up skill development centers. We are ready to build up center of excellence. We are ready to fill up the gap what the industry requires. But it is very important to identify what the gap is. And this gap can be identified only if industry and the government sits together. And we in the government are very confident that the requirement of the industry, whether it is technicians or whether it is any type of requirement, can be fulfilled with the help of both the stakeholders. We are planning a lot of center of excellences, and a lot of our automobile companies have come up with them. In fact, whenever we signed an agreement, one of the most important points which we put on the agreement is that the industry has to put up a center of excellence or skill development center. And we are glad to say that most of the industries with whom we have signed agreements have willingly come forward and have taken this step in the right spirit. So that is also one of the important issues facing the state, in which we are very, very confident to resolve it. I am glad FGI today has participated, and I would rather say very successfully has taken both the right subjects, the auto and the agriculture. There are a lot of speakers who are going to speak on the auto, so I don't want to speak, but I can assure you that Gujarat is going to be the hub. Any new expansions of any unit will come in Gujarat, or any industry who wants to put up a new unit by itself will positively select Gujarat because of the factors which I mentioned. And hence, maybe the growth in the auto sector might be limited to 5.5%, as Siddiqui ji may have said, but the automobile manufacturers in the state of Gujarat, the growth will be much higher than that. And that is the reason the auto ancillary units in the state of Gujarat will grow. And Mr. Siddiqui ji, if they want to take the benefits, they have to buy from state of Gujarat. Otherwise, they might not get the benefits of exemptions of VAT. So naturally, the advantage for the manufacturer is much higher if the purchasing is from the state. And a shrewd businessman always is look at the benefits, whether to buy it from within the state, outside the state, the transportation issue, the cost of production, the bargaining power, all these things are being looked at. And hence, and I'm very, very sure that the growth of the ancillaries sector will be also, in fact, it could be higher than the automobiles, because there are possibilities that material from here can go to Chennai also, because today Chennai doesn't have power, which is one of the biggest auto centers. Haryana is also in this problem, in this state of. So I feel that if we properly manage everything and the industry's requirement can be fulfilled by our entrepreneurs, the potential of the state of Gujarat is much higher. Agriculture, the government has given a lot of priorities. We have to increase the income of the farmers. The distribution of income or the per capita income of the state can only increase. The standard of living of an individual can only increase, be better, if the income of the farmers in the villages have increased. And hence government has given very top priority in education, in infrastructure development, in amenities available to the person staying in the villages. And hence, if you look at our budget also, lot of provisions have been made for irrigation, for Narmada, for drip irrigation. The issue in the agriculture sector is not of energy or power, but it is more of water. Management of water is going to be the most important issues facing the country. And it is very important that the farmers they should understand what the requirement is. Because the techniques have changed. And if you require a better realization, the yields have to go high and high. The value addition has to come in. And then only this sector can grow. We are going to give a lot of emphasis on greenhouse, net house, drip irrigation, water management. And in Saurashtra, we are taking up the waters which are going to overflow in the Narmada waters in the sea. We are planning to take it to Saurashtra. So this is going to a massive scheme of 10,000 crores and above, taking Narmada waters to areas which don't have. So these are very, very important factors which I feel, and FGI has done a good job by taking both the sectors which are very important.